from the Oak Wall Studios in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Hello, this is Jesse Oakley III, and welcome to the Oak Zone, where we provide positive words of wisdom for you, the happy people. And normally Monday through Fridays, I'll give you a shows for the Oak Zone, but today is Sunday morning. It's time for the Sunday morning chat series. And this is where I get to interview a plethora of positive people that are making a big difference for their community, whether they are yoga instructors, speakers, authors, animal rescue volunteers, organ donors, or Bitcoin experts. You will hear from them first, right here on the Sunday Morning Chat Series. And today, we got ourselves a darn good show. How is your music? Do you have a great opportunity to learn how to sing, how to get together and entertain people? It is hard work and a hard effort to do that. And today, I have an amazing person that has a passion for singing, and I heard she's having some type of record coming out. And to know more about that, please help me welcome Jessica Allen. Jessica, how's it going?
Good. How are you, Jesse?
I'm doing very well, very well. And without any further delay, let's chat.
Okay.
All right, and first and foremost, could you please discuss your new album?
Well, I'm actually working on a project right now. It will be my debut album. I've been singing all of my life, and one of the dreams that I have had is to put out an album, and I've had the opportunity to be able to do so. So this album is very personal to me, and hopefully those who want to hear it will download it when it's available and enjoy it just as much as I'm enjoying making it.
That is quite fantastic. Now, how did it get started? What was the backstory?
Well, again, the backstory is that I've been a working singer for a long time. I've all my life have been performing since a young age. I think I started singing in church at around 6 years old, and I never turned back. It was something that I knew I wanted to do. And I was a member of a group, a girl group, and we worked on some albums together, but we never really hit it big, if you will. But it was still a passion of mine. So I dove deep into the background singing genre of music, and I started touring with different artists all over the world. And now I've come to a place in my life where I just feel like I have a story to tell. When I was younger, I didn't feel like I had a story to tell. And it was also harder when I was younger because you had to be signed to a record label. You had to be discovered and marketed by a record label. Now, artists can put out music themselves. We have so many different digital platforms. So we now have the freedom of doing that ourselves and kind of creating our own path independently, which is one of the reasons I decided to go ahead and jump right on in and finally get the album that I've been wanting to work on for years out. So here we are.
Congratulations, girl. You know, I just can't wait to get one of those albums. And would you give me one of those autographs? Because I really like to have one.
Of course. Are you kidding me? Yes. I'll come and personally deliver it to you.
Nice. Very, very nice. Okay, now, what were some of the challenging moments of getting this created?
Well, we're still in the process of getting it created now. There are still, everything has its challenges. One of the big challenges in creating this album is the pandemic that we're in right now. Most of the time, traditionally, we meet in a studio and we're in the studio together. And a lot of that had to be held off because of the pandemic. So some of the things are moving slower than I would have liked. But we're now back on track since things are getting better. Times are changing again, and we're seeing some normalcy. So I would say probably COVID has been the biggest challenge and has kind of moved everything more slowly, with just everyone, not just me, but everything is kind of taken a step back. So I'm glad to see that things are starting to turn around for us.
My goodness, COVID is always a good challenge. It's been a challenge for me too. Now, when it comes to this opportunity, what were your best moments?
Well, my best moments are being able to collaborate with some great people. I am working with a record production company called Bunkhouse Recordings, and my producer, his name is Max, and I'm working with another wonderful producer named Dave Tam, and a lot of musician friends that I have always wanted to collaborate with. You know, I was basically a singer for hire only before thinking about doing this album. And it's nice to not just be a singer for hire, but also to be able to bring some of those musicians in to play on this album and collaborate with. So that is something that has been a dream of mine. And I'm so grateful that so many of them are willing to help me out and say yes to this project, because I think it makes it that much more special.
Dynamite, fantastic. Now, next question is very important. If you were to meet someone that wanted to do what you're doing, they're inspired and they're motivated by what they're doing, what advice would you give that person?
Hmm. I think it's the same advice that you would give somebody, Jesse, actually, which is to not give up on your dreams, to keep pressing forward. I mean, you know, everything that we do comes with a challenge. You know, there's nothing that we want to do in our lives and be successful at without there being some bumps along the way. And oftentimes we have a path for ourselves, but our path is not always going to be the path that we think we should be on. But if we continue to stay the course, I think that ultimately we will reach that goal. And so I would say to someone who really is just into music and wants to explore having an album or performing, to really put yourself around people who also can help you do that. You know, for me, I started to perform around town locally, and I met people who were in the same field as me, and I made sure that I was surrounding myself around people who wanted to be a part of this journey with me, the musical journey that I saw myself on. So I think to stay the course, and I think to do things that align with your dream. I remember I had a mentor of mine, a music mentor of mine, who used to tell me that it doesn't make sense to do things that are not in alignment with where you want to be. So don't feel like you have to say yes to everything. If it's not on the same path that you want to go on, then maybe take a pass, because it's taking up time that you don't need to necessarily give to it. And it's taking time away from what you really want to do. So I would just say stay the course, stay strong, and remember that dream. Keep that dream in the forefront of your mind so that you are motivated. You wake up ready to do something, ready to change the world, because people need to hear from you and people want to hear your story.
Well, I need to cool down. You're getting this. This is hot answer to you. That answer was fire. My goodness. Whew. Need to cool down for a moment. Okay, I'm good. Now, where could people go to find out more about your record? Where would they go?
So right now, I am working on all of that right now, the packaging, the branding. So the website and our social media is not active yet because we're waiting to finish everything and then launch it all together. I would say by the time this airs, it will be out there, and we'll be able to give you a link, Jesse, so that when you post this on your platforms, that people will have a place to go and be able to download the album, see all about me, and hear my information, and just follow what I'm doing. I would love for people to be on this journey with me.
And do not fret, happy people. By the time this airs, The links will be in the description below, so you'll get to check it out big time. All right. Now, is there anyone that you'd like to give a shout out to?
Of course, I love shout outs. I want to give a shout out to you first and foremost for having me. I appreciate you having me on your show, and you've been such a supporter of me ever since we met. And I consider you a friend of mine, and I'm just so appreciative of what you've given me and what you continue to contribute to all the folks that we know. I also want to give a shout out to Bunkhouse Recordings and my producer Max and Dave Tam. I want to give a shout out to some of the co-writers on this record, Q and Elliot, and my good friend Adrienne De Leon, who is singing on some of the records. And I also want to give a shout out to my family because they are contributors to this, and they've always been my #1 supporters. And when I brought this idea to them, they were all in. So it's not just a record for me, it's our family's record. My husband, Brian, has been extremely supportive. When we get records, we sit here together and we listen to them, and he gives me his feedback. And I'm just so happy to have such a great group of people around me who want to see me be successful and want to take this ride with me. So thank you, Jesse, for having me.
Hey, it's all fantastic. And now there are lots of happy people that are going to watch this interview that are inspired and motivated. And my crew, they're called the Happy People. And if you have a chance to tell the happy people some solid words of wisdom, what would it be?
Oh, goodness. Solid words of wisdom. Well, I would go back to dream big. The sky's the limit. And in this time of COVID, I think a lot of us have realized that we're more talented than we've given ourselves credit for. It's never too late to start a new journey. It's never too late to rediscover yourself. So do it. Do it. We only have one life to live, and this is it. So live your best life and stay happy, like Jesse.
What a perfect exclamation point to wrap this up. And on behalf of the happy people, I'd like to thank you for making all this possible with the Sunday Morning Chat series. And it's always great to hear some amazing people doing a big difference within the community like yourself. Really appreciate it coming on for the Sunday Morning Chat series for the Yoke Zone.
Thank you, Jesse. I appreciate you.
All right. Now, this concludes the Sunday Morning Chat series. And if you want more positivity, go to YouTube, type my name, Jesse Oakley III, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, like, and share these videos with other happy people that you know. And once you get on my YouTube channel, check out the Sunday Morning Chat series, where you get a chance to listen to some amazing people on the Sunday Morning Chat series, like my friend Jessica. And this concludes this Sunday Morning Chat series. And until then, happy people, you take care and have a great day. Bye.